What's up, guys? Hope you guys enjoyed the lift video. I know it wasn't a how-to, but I just kind of wanted to introduce you to what we're doing with the rig. Today I'm going to be working on getting my 285s ready to go. I would have much rather 35s or a bigger tire, but for this rig 285s are going to be perfect because I want to tow and I want to be able to drive consistently the distances that I am. As you already know, Cooper STT Pros are my favorite tire, and while they might not be the best in the snow and the ice, they're great for off-roading, they're great for mud, and they're actually great for snow, heavy snow from what I've read. And our driveway has a lot of snow. So I wanted to make them work. Let me show you what I'm talking about real quick. One thing you may notice about these tires though is they don't have a lot of siping. And I realized recently when I moved out here, the importance of siping in your tires for ice and snow. So while these have minimal siping, what I'm actually going to be doing is siping them myself. And yes, I understand that that voids warranties. If you're into tire warranties, absolutely don't do what I'm about to do to these brand new tires. But for me, if I need a new tire, I'm just going to go get one. So I picked up a couple used ones. They're all the same size. These two are actually really good shape. This one is kind of a little wonky, so I'm going to use this as my spare. And I'm also going to use this as my first test mule because I didn't want to just go out and just bust out on brand new tires. So I wanted to test them out on used tires first to see if this would even work. So I got a couple test mules here, but these are the four that I'm going to be sticking on the rig. Like I said, these are actually in really good shape. This one is actually good tread, but it just has a little bit of bad rotation, which is why I'm using it as a spare and my test mule. So here's my plan. Essentially what I'm going to be doing is siping my own tires using a Dremel, and I'm basically going to be siping on all of these. I'll do 2 here and then these across this direction, at least 2. I might do more. Again, I'm just going to test this out, see how it turns out. It's going to take me a while, but I think it's absolutely going to be worth it in the snow. And you may not agree with this, but it's just kind of what I'm going to do to help with the tires. Same thing that Discount Tire and all those other tires do when they sipe tires, except they use like a razor blade thin, and I'm going to make it a little bit thicker with this and make better sipes. So we'll see how this all turns out. Obviously I'm not going to go too deep. I just want to get a good sipe in there, and I'm sure it's going to help considerably, but we shall see. So we'll test it on this one, and if everything works well, I'll continue on to these others with the new tires being last. I'm not planning on going too deep, but just deep enough to get me through the season, and if I need to do them again, I'll do them again next year. We'll see how it works out though. Let's give this a shot. If this sucks, I won't ever post this video, and you'll never know that I screwed up these brand new tires. It's going to take a while, but this is kind of what I've decided to, as pattern, is what I'm going to do. I may do a little bit on the sides, I'm not sure, but for sure across the tops. This is at the very least what it's going to look like. I may even extend these out a little bit more. Doesn't take too long. Probably gonna take me about 30 minutes to tire or something like that, but I am going to do this because I think it's absolute worth the time and energy. And yeah, so there we go. I'll show you what it looks like afterwards, but since this is a spare, I'm not going to spend too much time on it. I'm going to move on to these and the new tires and get them squared away, but I'm feeling pretty good about how that came out and how it looks. So let's embark. Let's get this party started. These guys are still enjoying ice. Every time they see ice or snow, they just eat the shit out of it all the time. They love it. Also guys, one more thing to note, if you are gonna do this the way I'm doing it, make sure you wear an OSHA approved respirator because this stuff is toxic. There's so much smoke and fumes that are coming out of this. I am by no means responsible for your improper use of the proper safety gear that is OSHA approved. So just be careful, make sure you wear the right stuff, and get at it. I'll show you a little bit of how it looks like when you're actually doing it right now. A lot harder with one hand. Alright guys, just finished my first one. Took me about an hour. I know I joked about it earlier, but seriously, if you're going to do this, get the right type of respirator. I'm going to stop. I'm actually going to wait and do the others until I have something better. It kind of sucked, just a lot of smoke, and it just sucked. But let me show you how it worked out, and hopefully it works. It's worth it, because it took me about 3 blades to do one, which wasn't too bad, but letting the Dremel cool off and everything. And so again, real quick, this is what the tire looks like before the sipes. No custom siping or anything on these. And then this is what it looks like afterwards. So I went ahead and followed basically the same pattern on the whole tire. Just to kind of give it even siping, and I think it came out really well. As you can see, the depth, I just kind of did about like that, just kind of for, like I mentioned, just get me through winter. You can go as deep as you want, but that's kind of what I'm gonna do. So that's the first tire, getting it all set up, and I'm gonna be doing that to these again. So that's stock. Let me show you side by side real quick. That's the difference. So hopefully that'll help. And if anyone's curious, siping, so what it's supposed to do is let ice and water get in between here and actually help bite. So that way you're not just sliding on a pad, you're getting some traction. So it's not as smooth, it kind of bites down, which you can obviously feel considerable difference between the two. But there you go. If you got any questions, let me know. Again, I'm gonna get the right mask and get back at it. Also, last thing to note, I'm not responsible for you fucking up your tires and voiding warranties and ruining anything. So, again, do this at your own risk. I'm just doing it because of the ice, and I'm hoping it works. I could probably do more or less, but that's what I'm gonna do for my tires.